Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking you through the pile of designer shoes, and I've got them all out of the backdrop from back there and piled them up beside me, and it is only the designer ones that I'm going to be showing you. All the rest of the ones that are back there are from the high street, and whilst are beautiful, probably not quite as exciting as this little lot. This has been a very requested video because I mean you guys see these shoes all the time, so yeah, I thought I would film it today. It's not going to be going up for a while, but I thought I would film it today whilst the weather is amazing and I am in the filming mode. So yes, let's get started. So the very first pair of designer shoes that I ever got were these Manolo Blahnik Strappy sandals, and I was dating a guy at the time who was an ex-American tennis pro. He was 6'4". He looked like Harrison Ford. He was the most kind and generous person that I had ever met till that point. But he had just come through a messy divorce, and I was the first girl that he dated since that. And yeah, it didn't work out. He wasn't ready for a relationship, and I totally get that. But as I say, he was incredibly generous, and he offered to take me shoe shopping, which was a really like lovely thing for him to do. And I was watching Sex and the City at the time, and it was still coming out. I think we were on season 3 or 4, so that shows you how old these shoes are and how long ago that was. And we went to he wanted to take me shoe shopping. We were going out for the day, and the Manolo Blahnik store was off of the King's Road, and it was one of those ones where you had to press a bell and get somebody to come and let you in. It wasn't one of the shops you could just walk into, and it wasn't this super glamorous thing. There were just piles and piles of boxes with the shoes on top of them. I mean, they're all beautiful shoes, but it wasn't, and there was a lovely sofa, but it wasn't like this the shoe departments that you see in the department stores nowadays, like Selfridges and Harrods. They're serious luxury. But yes, so these are lizard skin, and again, this was before I was vegetarian, so yeah, lizard skin black strappy sandals. And I wanted something like this for my first pair of designer shoes because I didn't know if I was ever going to get any more, and I wanted something that would go with everything. So it has kind of like that detail at the back, and it does up around the ankle. These are actually fairly comfortable, and they are high, but they're not too high. So yeah, these are comfortable. I have been dancing in these quite a few times, and they have needed to be reheeled quite a few times. Yeah, they're not, I mean, they're high-heeled shoes, so they're not like as comfortable as trainers, but they're very comfortable shoes. These were £500 then. I think these would now retail for around about 950, if not £1,000. So again, it shows you how long I have had these for. But yeah, that was a great day because we went and got these, and then we went for high tea at the Ritz, and I had on jeans, and I had on a floor length shearling coat at the time. And so we got in, but when I took my coat off, they were like, oh, we'd already ordered. They were like, I'm very sorry, but you can't wear jeans in here. For next time when you visit. They didn't chuck us out, but yeah, it was one of those random days. But yeah, the Ritz was that was amazing as well. So that was a really good day. But fond memories of these shoes, and I need to wear them more often because they are really rather lovely. So there's those ones. These are the first pair that I bought myself, and they are Gucci silver Slingbacks, and I have worn these to death. These were my standard going out dancing shoes because they are so comfortable, although I think that had more to do with the amount of vodka I was drinking at the time than it did with the shoes actually being comfortable. But yeah, they are battered. They are seriously battered. I actually bought these on eBay, and I think I paid 40 quid for them. So I mean, because they weren't in pristine condition when I got them, but I think that was another reason why I wore them so often, because I just wasn't worried about ruining them. But yeah, they are my comfy silver dancing shoes, and I did wear them recently, and yeah, that's why I can attest to the fact that vodka makes them comfortable, because I think I wore them when I wasn't drinking and it was like, oh yeah, no, this is less than fun. So there's my Gucci's, my very battered Gucci's. These are the ones that have started the whole request for this video, because I'm planning on making a dress to go with these. These are Louis Vuitton patent leather slingbacks, and they are actually quite a lot of these actually are a size 5, because usually I'm a 6. These are very Minnie Mouse shoes. They're obviously lilac rather than the usual red, but they are very Minnie Mouse with the bows on them at the front. And again, surprisingly comfortable for the height of the heel, which again is high but not ridiculously high. And I think these were £305, and I've definitely had these for more than 12 years. And I bought them from the Louis Vuitton shop on Bond Street, and that was an interesting shopping experience. It's weird going shopping in designer places, because I mean, I wasn't dripping in designer names. I didn't have a luxury handbag there. You know, I think I had a handbag from Primark, but I'd seen these in a magazine and I really wanted them, so I'd gone in to try them on, and this is the last size that they had, and I bought them. But the minute I said that I was going to buy them, everyone's attitude changed. But up until that point they were very reluctant to let me try these on. But I just love these so much, and they're going to go so well with the Lurex brocade Mrs. Depew gown that I'm making with the other fabric from Minerva Crafts. But as I've mentioned, I'm not going to make that until I have slimmed down a little bit, because I see no point in drafting a dress and making a dress for me at my biggest self when I'm not happy with that and I'm exercising. So yes, but my Louis Vuittons, yes, I do. For most of these I still have the box under the bed. If I ever do decide to sell them, then you know, I have the original box, and this came with a box that was like a drawer, and each individual shoe had its own individual shoe bag as well, which I still have. But yes, so my Louis Vuittons. Next up are my Gina crystal satin, just gorgeousness. And I mean, can you say wedding shoes? I didn't wear these for my wedding at all. I think I wore a pair back there from Office that was 65 quid because I didn't have these at the time. But yes, these are absolutely stunning, but I'm terrified of wearing them because they are satin, and as you can see, I've managed to stain the heel on one of them by wearing them out. But they are so beautiful, and again, I've had these for many years, and I think they were they were £600. And hang on, I'm going to find out how much they are to buy now, because I know you can still get this style. So they don't have any closed toe like this, but the open toe ones they have are now 850 quid. So they're actually, you know, not gone up in price too badly. But yeah, these are so beautiful, so beautiful. And just need to be careful where I wear them so that I don't like stain the heels any more than this. But I love these. I love these so much. These were a present. I didn't buy these for myself. These were a present. Okay, next up I have a pair of Stella McCartney fabric and Perspex heels. Again, the heels are not ridiculously high on these ones, but I haven't worn these for 5 years because my darling cat, when she was a kitten, I had my shoes have been displayed like this for years now. And when she was a kitten, she had a dirty bottom, and she got onto the shelf and turned around and managed to wipe it on the fabric shoes. The only pair of fabric shoes, but yes. So I actually need to get these dry cleaned. I don't know if dry cleaners do that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But these are super pointy. I can't remember how much these were. I think they're around £400. But I love Stella McCartney shoes, and even more so now because obviously she doesn't use any animal products in any of her fashion. So yes, vegetarian shoes, but in need of some TLC. But until then, I can just, you know, look at them and just ignore that strap that Gianna's had at. But yeah, really like these ones. You guys have seen these lots and lots. These are Vivienne Westwood for Anglomania and Melissa shoes. So they're rubber shoes. They actually smell like Do you remember those strawberry scented toys that you used to get? They smell like those. I got these out in Saudi Arabia from the Harvey Nichols Seconds shop. There is, these had been in the window and some of the red has kind of faded to silver, but I kind of like that. You know, it doesn't detract from the shoes at all, and they're still sparkly and glittery and gorgeous. But these, instead of being nearly £180, were £29. So and they were my size. So, you know, how could I not? These ones are quite high and they are comfortable to wear, but they're not something that you want to walk around in for very long periods of time, because no. But there are, I have 2 pairs of Dorothy shoes. My other pair of Dorothy shoes, which I don't think you can quite see, they're just out of frame, unfortunately they were from Office and they've split along one side, so the glitter is just disintegrating off them. So these are the ones that I reach for most often, but I can't bring myself to get rid of the other ones. But so my Vivienne Westwood with Melissa rubber Dorothy shoes, love these. Okay, so these ones I actually won in a competition. They did free Friday shoes, and if you put a photo up of your favorite pair of shoes, which happened to be those ones, and then the picture with the most likes, or there was a judge, won, and you got a free pair of shoes. Now this is a company, at the time they were called Upper Street Shoes, but they're now called Shoes of Prey, and basically you can design your own shoes. So I got to go to their shop, which was in this gorgeous Victorian style house in Angel in London, and they got all the fabric samples or leather samples out, and then you can choose the type of shoe that you want, if you want a platform, what design details you want on it, if you want how high you wanted the heel, all of those options. And then once you've made the choice of style, you then got to pick the fabrics. So I've gone for a normal silver leather, a snakeskin print leather, and then turquoise metallic fabric and grey metallic fabric on these shoes, and they are gorgeous. I haven't worn these yet, they are unworn. I have tried them on and pranced around the house in them loads, but I don't have the correct outfit to wear with them. Guess what I do for a living? I'm going to make myself a dress to go with these, and I know the fabric I want. It's from John Lewis, so I might be getting it when I go to the Southampton meetup in a couple of weekends time. But yeah, so technically not strictly designer as in a name that you would know, but these are definitely designer shoes. I think these ones were £280 to have this particular set made. But I think for shoes that are going to particularly match your outfit or be exactly the style you want and are as well made as these, I think that's a bargain. And these are also great for wedding shoes, because you can send them the fabric if you're not having a white, or I mean even if you are having a white dress, you can send them your fabric and they will make you shoes to match your dress exactly. So I wanted to mention these ones because, yeah, I mean technically that is designer, right? You know, I designed these are my design. So yes. Right, save the best till last. I've got these bad boys. These are by a designer called Philipp Plein, and I had never heard of him before, and I think I've told you this story in one of my fabric stashes, but basically I was dating a very, very, very wealthy man who, for our first date together, took me to Monaco for the weekend, and yeah, that was amazing. I got to book everything, so you know, we had, I think we flew with EasyJet because it was just like, it's an hour, like why would you go with BA? So yeah, EasyJet flights, but then we hired a car, drove from Nice to Monaco, which was amazing. Didn't use a car for the rest of the time we were there. We should have got a helicopter, but never mind, hindsight. And we stayed at a beautiful 5-star hotel right on the beach. It had its own little beach, and we had separate rooms because the first date. And yeah, it was amazing. We went to the Monaco casino, we went to a couple of other casinos, we had dinner at the Fairmont, wandered around. We went to the aquarium and maritime museum. There was the vintage Grand Prix. It was the weekend before the Grand Prix. So yeah, it was just absolutely amazing. And He wanted to buy me something with some of the casino winnings, and he wanted to buy me something that I would remember Monaco by. So we spent an entire day sort of wandering around the shops, and there were a lot of high-end shops there, a lot. But the thing I really wanted was a Hervé Leger bandage dress, because I'd had some of the high street equivalents, but I really wanted an original, but nowhere stocked it at all. And we ended up in one of the malls, and we went past this shoe shop, and they had these in the window in the black and then also a nude colourway, and I saw them and I was just like, oh wow, they're amazing. So I went to try them on, and they were gorgeous, and the people in the shop were so kind. And because I ended up with a 38.5, so 5.5, and they, because I'd asked for a 5 and a 6, and they were like, well, we do half sizes, so they bought me all 3, and these were the ones that fit the best. And the guy that I was with even, you know, got down and sort of zipped it up for me, so it was a very Cinderella moment, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with them. And he was trying to persuade me to get the nude pair at the same time as well, and I was like, no, just the black ones, just the black ones, that would be amazing. Plus we got to, you know, get these back on the plane, hand luggage, not gonna be doable with 2 pairs of them. And we got to the counter to pay for them, and they were 2,000 euros. So I'm really glad that I only got the 1 pair rather than both of them. I mean, he didn't bat an eyelid. Like, he'd won 40,000 euros at the casino the night before, so, you know, it wasn't like, it wasn't going to break the bank, but it was just one of those things where I was just like, oh, okay. So yeah, these are amazing, and I wore them. I then went to Dubai later that month for my mum's 60th birthday, or her 30 times 2 birthday, and I took them with me then, and that was the first time that I wore them. And it was actually a photo that I took in Dubai that was the winning photo. That was the winning photo that made me that got me this pair of shoes. So these shoes are the gift that just keeps on giving. They are incredibly high, but there is a very large platform in there as well. And surprisingly, again, surprisingly comfortable to wear. They do spend time thinking about the balance of the foot in these kind of things. And yeah, it's got crystals all over it. It has skulls all over it. The little chain on the back has the designer's name on it. There's even a skull down here with crystal eyes, and you know, very few people are going to see that bit, but they've thought about everything. And it even has a picture of the designer's face, so you're standing on the designer's face the whole time. Yeah, it was that was an amazing first date. Like, I totally spoiled with that one. This was, unfortunately, the relationship did not work out, but he is a lovely person and did spoil me rotten when he had time for me, and that was a problem. But anyway, so yes, I do have these are my Monaco shoes, and I haven't worn them on the island because the island is so hilly. Trying to walk in these on a hill, either up or down, is terrifying. So yeah, I haven't worn these since I've been here, but I do put them on every now and again and prance around in them, so you know, there's that. But I love these so much. And yeah, that's it. That's my entire shoe collection. I did have a couple of pairs of Jimmy Choo. One I have worn to death, and it had Swarovski crystals all over the back, so I've given it to Cara, who is the jewellery designer that I worked with last year, and she is going to butcher them for parts and use the crystals for other things. And then I had a pair of knee-high green patent Jimmy Choo boots, which I actually got snapped by a Vogue photographer wearing those. I had bunches in. If I can find the photo, I will include it. But I sold those because I just never wore them. I've had a couple of pairs of Christian Louboutins. I had some of the black court shoes, but they were the most uncomfortable thing I have ever worn in my life. I think I wore them twice and just cried both times, so I sold those. I've had a couple of pairs of Christian Louboutin boots as well, and again, beautiful shoes. Just, you can't stand in them, you can't walk in them. They are to be seen, you know, sitting in, but I just could not walk in them at all. So I've sold those, and a few other ones along the way, but if it wasn't something that had a special memory attached, or if it wasn't something that I could physically wear out, then I have parted ways with them. So yes, but I mean, it's no surprise to any of you that I love shoes. I love lots and lots and lots of shoes, and as I say, I've got a majority of them are high street shoes, but designer shoes every now and again, if you can afford it, or you find a bargain on eBay, or you can, yeah, some of the sales like Louisa Via Roma do 40% off sales loads and loads and loads of times a year. So it's one of those things, if you can treat yourself, it's a lovely feeling. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.